I want to talk a little bit about a movie that I completely forgot to mention. This probably won't be very long, but Kat showed me Inside Out, the 2015 Pixar? That was Pixar, right? Yeah, Pixar. The 2015 Pixar movie about it's like Osmosis Jones for the for the new school. The one about all the emotions and stuff, and I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. So I thought it was good. I'm definitely not like the target audience because I'm not like I'm not a kid, and I actually did not relate. Despite here's what's funny, I didn't. So like one of the big problems for the main. Can you call her the main character, the girl herself? Because she's like, I'll get to that in a second. One of her big problems is that she's moving to a new place. She's moving to San Francisco, and she hates it, which I get. Okay, I'm gonna empathize. I can empathize on that. But like I had like a big move, and apparently I just like did not. You know, when we moved from Illinois to California, for me when I started high school. Apparently, my parents both told me that they were really surprised at how well I took it, and I just sort of like adapted immediately. So maybe I'm a weirdo. I know a lot of people, like a lot of kids who go through big moves, have a similar kind of angst. But yeah, I can't. I'm like, dude, what's the problem? What's the problem? Just like go hang out with your fucking non-binary seventh grade friends or something. Uh, so I can't tell you why it didn't hit super hard for me other than I don't know. Here's a weird aspect to that film. I literally just said a second ago, can you call Riley the main character? Because there's this weird thing that happens where there's this weird thing where so the whole movie, the real main characters are like the emotions. It's like the joy and the sadness and all that and all those characters, right? In her head. And they're essentially dictating how Riley responds to things, which is like, you know, obviously in real life you don't have little characters in your head telling you what to say. If you do have that, I'm going to be the one to tell you to maybe go see a professional. But that's like, you obviously have emotions that dictate stuff but that's like, you have like a psychology and experiences that kind of inform your reactions to things and like what emotions you respond with. But that's all just like that's just part of you. So when you make that like separate characters who themselves have their own emotions, like Joy gets sad and other characters get anxious, right? Other characters get scared when like, oh, it's joy and sadness are gone and they don't know what's going on. Which is kind of like muddies the waters a little bit for me. But there's this odd thing that happens where Riley doesn't really feel that much like a person. She kind of feels like a Gundam, or like maybe a Voltron would be a better comparison, because it's like an amalgamation of different things that are making her up. They're all piloted. It's like she's being piloted by someone. She's like a mecha, and as opposed to like a person. So there's this weird kind of like impersonal feeling to Riley that I get, where I'm like, do I care about Riley or do I care about the emotions in her head, who are these like characterized people? I don't know. There's something really also, here's something funny. They have that scene where they go into like, oh, the mom's head and the dad's head, and you see their emotions and all that. And a curious thing is that all of the mom's emotions, all of her little emotion characters are all women, and they all look kind of like her. Like they have her little hairdo and I think her glasses. And then you go to the dads, and the dads are all men. His are all men, and they all kind of look like him with the mustache. And you go to Riley's, and hers are men and women. And they don't particularly look like her in any way. And I'm like, was that intentional? Is there something going on there? I don't think it was intentional. I think it was just they wanted to create some appealing character designs, and then they had the idea afterwards to like, oh, let's show the moms and dads, and wouldn't it be funny if they were just like them? Because they're like, developed out people who are set in their ways and all that, or they're kind of like, they're matured people. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Yeah, the movie was fine. I thought it was good. Kids will like it. I say that about a lot of things, especially things that she shows me. Kids will probably like it. I think the children have demonstrated that they do like it, seeing as it's getting a sequel. Did I have any other interesting thoughts about Inside Out? No.